If you've been following the news about Canada immigration, you will know that there are multiple changes. It sometimes get confusing. Specifically today, I'll be talking about the changes to the post-graduation work permit eligibility. Earlier announced on the 18th of September, IRCC made an announcement that in the coming weeks, starting from November 1st, not all programs will be eligible for post-graduation work permit. And they emphasize that programs that will feel, certain labor shortages, these are the programs that will be eligible for post-graduation work permit in the future. But when they release that announcement, then they don't mention the specific courses that will be eligible or specific courses that meet those criteria. They've done that. They've released this course. So in this video, I'll talk about 4 things. Number 1, what are some of the things that have not changed as regards post-graduation work permit eligibility? There are a lot of things that remain the same. And then I'm going to also talk about the things that will change starting from November 1st, 2024. And then I'll give some insight as to some of the courses that are eligible or eligible field of study for post-graduation work permit. And then I'll mention some of the courses that you should consider applying for if you're interested to, if your desire is to be eligible for post-graduation work permit. If these are some of the things you want to learn, make sure you stick around till the end of this video as I share all of these things. And when you think about these changes, I always like to look at it from the bright side of it, okay? As a country, they are interested primarily to do something that will favor them and the economy, okay? So their priority is not international students. The priority is their economy. The priority is, what will benefit Canadian citizens. So don't be, don't be pumped up and, annoyed and furious about all of these changes. See the bright side of it, understand the changes, and then see how you can, go your way around some of these changes. Now, let's talk about some of the things that has not changed. Now, they've mentioned that to be eligible for post-graduation work permit, you must meet the general and physical location eligibility. I'm not going to go into the details about that. That has to do with you must be in Canada studying majority of the time. So which means, studying online all through your program doesn't really make you eligible for post-graduation work permit. You have to be in Canada for the most part. And even after November 1st, that is going to be the same. Another thing that has not changed is that you must complete a course from a post-graduation work permit eligible programs. Now, there are certain programs that are under the eligible criteria. But if you study these programs in schools that are not eligible for post-graduation work permit, you will still not be eligible. So that is the first thing that you check. The school that you are interested in, do they offer post-graduation work permit eligible programs? And after that, before you can start looking at the individual courses that they offer, once you've now seen the course, then you can now do a bit of search to see if that course is eligible for post-graduation work permit. And another thing that has not changed is that if you applied for a post-graduation work permit before November 1st, let's say you applied, September, July, August, October 20th, anytime before November 1st, it's still going to be the normal criteria. Nothing has changed. What are some of the things that are changed? I think this is the juice of the story, and this is what is very important. Now, they mentioned 2 things. Number 1, if you submitted your study permit application before the 1st of November 2024, those are the first thing, class of persons that things have changed. And the other set of persons are those that submit their study permit application on or after the 1st of November. So before November 1st and after November 1st. So which means for those that are planning to submit their study permit now, if you are able to submit a study permit before the 1st of November, in fact, I would advise don't wait for 1st. Don't wait for if you can submit it before 28th, I would encourage you to do so. you will still fall under the current eligibility criteria, which means apply to any program in college that is eligible for a postgraduate work permit. If you apply for a visa before 1st of November, you will be fine. But if you apply for study permit after that, then some of the changes for postgraduate work permit will apply to you. So if I were you, find something to, if you are, try to put together a visa application, do that as soon as possible if you have all of the necessary documents. Now, let's expand for those that submitted study permit before the 1st of November 2024. Now, if you submitted your study permit before the 1st of November and now you are applying for your study permit on or after November 1st, now you have to meet new requirements that apply to your own situation, okay? So which means those that came into Canada 2023, 2022, early 2024, those that started in fall of 2024, if you have not applied for post-graduation work permit, there are some new criteria that will apply to you, okay? Number one, if you graduated from a bachelor's program, a master's degree, or a doctoral program from a university, one of the first things that apply to you now is that you will have to show language proficiency, okay? So this applies to those that are already in Canada specifically. You are studying now, currently in school for bachelor's, master's, or PhD. When you graduate and you want to apply for postgraduate work permit after the 1st of November, you will need to show language. If you will need to show language proficiency. If you apply for study permit, postgraduate work permit after November 1st, which means those that graduated in the fall, let's say spring, you graduated in August. If you apply for a postgraduate work permit in September, in early October, this is not affected. This is going to be on or after November 1st. Number one, the language proficiency is that you must prove your English or language language skills with a minimum level of Canadian language benchmark CLB7 in English, or the new NIVAS, the competence, that's what French proficiency, and CLC7 in French in all of the four language areas, which means listening, reading, writing, and speaking, minimum CLB7 for those BSc, Masters, and PhD from university. If you graduate from any other program from a Canadian university, let's say you graduated from a postgraduate diploma in a university or any other kind of program, a one-year program in a university, provided it's not bachelor's, master's, or PhD, you must still prove your English or French with a minimum CLB7 and NCLC7 in all of the four language areas. Now, if you graduate from a program that is in a college, okay, if you graduate from a program that's in a college, you will need to meet a language requirement if you apply after the 1st of November, and you will need a minimum CLB5 in English. For those that are doing French, you need to have a minimum of NCLC5 in all of the language areas. The second group of people are those that will submit their study permit on or after November 1st, 2021. Let's say this applies to those that are applied for May or September next year and are going to be submitting their study permit sometime in November, December of 2024, in January, upward. So these are the things that apply. They're very similar to what I described before. You have to meet the new requirement, that applies to your situation, which means if you apply for, BSc, Masters, and PhD, you need to meet CLB7 in English and in French, NCLC7. And if you are studying, this is a catch, okay? If you are going to be studying any course in bachelor's, any course in master's, any course in PhD, you will be eligible for a post-graduation work permit provided you study in a program or in a university that is eligible for postgraduate work permit. So make sure that should be the first thing you will check out. Is this university eligible for postgraduate work permit before thinking about a course? So any kind of course is included. The only difference in this case is just the English test that needs to be done. And then if you graduate from any other program in the university, in the future, then let's say a postgraduate diploma, any kind of certificate program from the university, you will have to meet the CLB 7 for English. And then you must then graduate from an eligible field of study. So take note, I really want to make this as clear as possible. Bachelor's, master's, and PhD in university, you can do any course. You will be eligible. You just have to do English test in the future. If you are doing postgraduate diploma in a university, it's not all the fields that will be eligible. So I will talk about some of those, how you can find out those eligible fields in the future. Then, for those that are graduating from colleges, let's say after November 1st, 2025, you have to meet the language proficiency CLB 5 for English, and you must also graduate from an eligible field of study. You may want to ask, what are these eligible field of study? Now, what they've done is that they've categorized them into 5 broad areas. Now, some courses you might be expecting that falls into one of the categories may not necessarily be there, so that's why you don't generalize. What are they said? The first category is, they've mentioned that if your study program has a field of study requirement, you must graduate from a program linked to certain occupations in long-term shortage. And these 5 categories are, number 1, courses in agriculture and agri-food. Number 2, courses in healthcare. Number 3 is courses in STEM. STEM is the courses in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Okay? Courses in trade, courses in transport. Okay? These are the broad areas, but don't assume that, any course that I want to do, it qualifies in this area. You have to specifically do a bit of search to make sure that every of the course that you are interested in is among the requirements. So what I'm going to do, I will just talk about a few of those courses, and then I'll put a link in the description that you can always click and check the requirement. You can check they call it the CIP code, okay? That CIP code is basically classification of instructional programs, CIP. So that is used to classify post-secondary education in Canada. So I'll share that, and then I'll share the link in my description. But if you just want to learn more about that, just go online and search postgraduate work permit eligibility. Once you search that, as you read down, you're going to see the courses that are eligible. You just have to do maybe a search based on your program, as you can see, and then you'll be able to see those that are eligible. So what I'll do, I'll go to my computer and talk about the programs that, you should consider applying to that are still eligible for postgraduate work permit, especially for those that are planning to apply to colleges. And then we can pick up things from there. If you've been enjoying this video so far, why don't you consider hitting that subscribe button, and also like this video and share with your friends, and put a comment in the comment section. Which course are you interested to apply for? Okay, which course are you interested to apply for, and where are you watching from, and then which university are you planning to apply for? I may be able to respond whether this is eligible for postgraduate work permit or not. Just put it in the comment section if I will have time to check it, and then also tell me where you're watching from. For that, these are the broad areas: agri and agriculture and agri-food, healthcare, STEM, trade, and transport. So I'm just going to put in here show 100 so you can see all of the agricultural related food related programs. Just for you to know that it's a not, you can see all the healthcare. I will outline specific programs that may be of interest to you. It does quite a lot of them. You can see here, remember I put it to 100. now there are almost like, 10 pages, which means it's probably close to 1,000. Okay, so that's quite a lot. So you should do your search to know if the program of interest is going to be eligible for post-graduation work permit. But I'll just, pick up a few courses that you can, I'll say consider apply to, because they are still eligible for post-graduation work permit. Number one course is going to be data analytics. So if you press in here, data analytics, you can see here, data science is eligible. Data analytics is still eligible. So if you do data analytics in the college, you should be fine. The other one is going to be accounting. Okay, so you can see accounting and computer science, okay, still in the STEM area, they are also eligible. So, but whether it is accounting, so this is where one have to be very careful, whether it is accounting combined with computer science or is just accounting alone. But I know for sure that computer science is eligible. Okay? But accounting should be eligible because it is here. If you're not sure, you can always confirm from your school to see if it means accounting with computer science or just accounting. Okay. The other one is going to be early childhood education. So you can see here that early training of individuals in early childhood special programs is eligible. Any program that you search here and you don't find is not eligible. For example, let's say global. Okay, so global business management, for example, is not here, so it's not going to be eligible. The other one you can consider applying to in the college is biotechnology. You can see here biology-related areas, biotechnology technicians, pure biotechnology, they are still going to be eligible for postgraduate permit in the college. The other one is going to be marketing, but not just pure marketing. Like it's not like a business marketing. So digital marketing will be eligible for postgraduate work permit. The other nice course you can also give it a try to is pharmacy assistant or pharmacy technician. Okay, it's a fantastic program. A lot of colleges offer that. You can check that out. The other one under health is going to be practical nursing. Okay, so practical nursing is still a course that is eligible for post-graduation work permit. Nursing assistant, okay, they are still eligible. Vocational nursing, they are still eligible. Okay, what I mentioned before, those that are doing accounting, yes, so it is going to be eligible because now they are saying practical nursing and nursing assistant doesn't really have to do both together. So accounting, 2 years accounting diploma will be eligible. The other one is going to be, surprisingly, supply chain. Okay, so courses in logistics management, supply chain management, because it's an in-demand area, is still going to be eligible for post-graduation work permit. Then any course in AI, okay, any course in artificial intelligence in the college, it's a fantastic course that you can consider applying to. And then another course is going to be environmental science. Okay, there are not some a few colleges offer programs in environmental science, environmental studies that are good. Occupational and environmental health. Okay, those are also included. And then the other one is going to be financial. So you can see if you want to do a course in financial analytics, it's still going to be eligible. Another course is going to be paramedics. Okay, you also emergency EMT technician or the paramedic still going to be eligible. Okay, so any IT related courses, okay, web design, web multimedia management, they are still going to be included. Any course in cyber, okay, cyber security, computer, forensics, and all of these are going to be included. And if you want to study criminology, I don't know who will do that, but criminology is also eligible for a post-graduation work permit. And then let's say courses in computer networking, okay? Let's say computer networking. So network system administration going to be included. Computer system networking, telecommunication, any of these IT-related courses are going to be included. Under the agriculture, so agribusiness, okay, so if you are doing a course in agribusiness, is going to be eligible. Agricultural in 2 years diploma in agricultural related crop production, all of these are going to be included. Landscaping, those are still going to be included. And under the trades, okay, under the trade, you have something like HVAC, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning going to be eligible. Construction trades, solar energy technology, electrical work, electricians, another one, painting, or painting, roofing, insulator, any building, plumbing material. So if you have some kind of skills in this area and you want to enhance and get a degree, these are very good areas that you should consider because they are always in demand in every kind of province. Okay. And then under the transport, I'm just a bit curious to see what's on that transport. Okay. Public transportation, infrastructure planning, heavy equipment, maintenance, under transport, those ones that are still going to be, eligible. And then air traffic controller, railway transportation, nautical science, transportation management, logistics and supply chain. So any of these areas is still good because they will be eligible. So this is how you check your course and see those that will be eligible for post-graduation work permit. That's going to be it for this video. If you found this video useful, why don't you consider hitting that like button and also subscribe so that whenever new videos are released, you will be the first person to get notified of my videos. Once again, thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next video. If you're looking for someone to talk to one-on-one, there's going to be a link in the description. Reach out to me and I will be glad to help you in this journey. www.gradnext.com is the website to check out for my mentorship program. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.